Well, another weekend, another fantastic activity for the whole family in the Illinois-South Territory. This time, we're talking about Highland, Illinois. World-class art is in a small-town atmosphere. We are once again joined by our friend Andy Waterman with Illinois-South and Lynette Schupbach. She is with the 18th Annual Art in the Park Festival in Highland, Illinois. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
I mean, I love so much of what you guys do. First of all, how many artists do you have coming this year?
We have 30 artists this year. It'll be an intimate crowd where you can really ask those questions of how they got into the art, how do they make the art. It's going to be a chance to really get to know these artists.
And I know you guys kind of do a fun preview party on Friday night before it really gets going.
We do, and anyone can still participate. We ask for $100, and then you get that $100 back to spend at the show with some of the artists. And you also get a reception beforehand and get to see the art before it's open to the general public.
So you actually have a chance to buy it before it even hangs up in front of everyone else?
Right. Exactly.
First dibs. And this is the 18th year you guys have been doing this, Lynette. I mean, you've got it down pat, but how did it start?
Well, it was started with a group of people that wanted to bring the arts to the Highland community and the surrounding areas. There's so many people in the rural part of the country that don't want to go to the big city to see art there. So we wanted to bring the art to them. Yeah.
And tell me about the Muralist, because I know that's a really cool opportunity.
Yes, the mural is complete. And you can come see it. It's part of our art walk that we have around town. There are 16 different locations and over 50 pieces of art that you can just travel around the city and see what has been donated by individuals, organizations, or the city.
And has one artist done all of the murals, or it's been kind of a collaboration?
It's a collaboration. We've had different people do every one of them. This one was Robert Fishbone from St. Louis, Missouri. He's been doing it since the early 70s, and it's on the wall of the Weinheimer Community Center, which was built in 1948.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And then a set painter for the Muni is also helping out. And it always amazes me when I used to be backstage at the Muni. I mean, those are works of art in and of themselves. And then they're kind of putting that now onto a wall.
Absolutely. That was Andy Cross. And we've got our mural has the old part icons that stand for the old part of our city and its heritage. And then it flies through a strip of color and releases in some birds to show we're going to have a successful future here in Highland.
Oh, I like that. And you mentioned you can kind of do an art walk, but it's kind of nice because the brochure actually for the fair will kind of take you and present the map. So you don't even have to, go and pick something up. It's all right there in your hands.
That was a map for the show itself will be in the book, yes.
Yeah.
And they can tell which artists are in which location and see all the art and hopefully buy some from them.
How are the artists chosen?
It's a juried process, so they go through sending in samples of their work, and then the jury group looks at it and says whether it qualifies as fine art, and then they can enter.
What's the most unique thing you think we'll find this weekend?
Oh, my. I don't know that I'd venture a comment on that one.
It's always different, isn't it?
It is, yes. There are 11 different categories, so it goes from clay to wood, sculpture, jewelry, painting, graphics, drawing. So there's a multitude of it. And what I really like about our show is that everything is not on the extreme high end. So there's always something for every family to appreciate at the show.
Well, and there's the art gallery just for kids. Explain how that works, because I love that
Absolutely.
concept.
Yeah, we're trying to help children to learn when they're young that it's good to collect art and appreciate people who can do art. And so the exhibitors donate pieces of their work to this little gallery. and only the children can come in. The parents are not allowed to come in, so that the child has the opportunity to make up his or her own mind as to what qualifies as their art piece.
And Mom and Dad don't have to worry. It's not going to be a $400 piece. Each piece is $5.
Each piece is $5, and they can watch the child the whole time they're in there looking at the art pieces, so they don't have to be afraid of anything.
I know you also have live music. You have food. What can we expect?
Oh, everything for the family to enjoy. The SIUE Jazz Combo is coming on Friday evening and all day Saturday. And then we have the Highland Music School showing some of their kids and their efforts towards making music. And a gentleman called Ralph Heppo, which he plays a tuba. So that's going to be an unusual thing there. We haven't had that at our show before. So we're trying to expand everybody's minds in every area of the arts.
Absolutely. And you got to tell us about the food.
Oh, we have several food trucks that are there. You can have soup, grilled cheese sandwiches if you want some comfort food. I believe there's macaroni and cheese. There's the Lions Club that has bratwurst. And then we have ice cream and sweets as well. And kettle corn. You know, you can't have a festival without kettle corn.
Absolutely not. 18th Annual Art in the Park Festival in Highland, Illinois is this Saturday and Sunday. Is the show free to attend, or is there admission fee?
Absolutely free, and there is free parking right close to the show, and so everybody can come, and it is handicapped accessible as well.
All right. Well, it is going to be a great time. And after 17 years, being in your 18th year, I'd say that you guys have this down pat. And, of course, if people want to learn more, they can always go to HighlandArtsCouncil.org for more information. Art in the Park, October 8th and 9th at Lindendale Park in Highland, Illinois. Lynette, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
All right. And best of luck this weekend. It looks like it's going to be beautiful weather.
Thanks. Hope to see everyone there.
All right. Somebody on the text line says we have a Robert Fishbone in the DeMunn neighborhood on the wall of a candy shop. It's so cool. Public art is so enriching for a neighborhood. So, Andy, I know you get around to all of these towns, but Highland, Illinois is special. I mean, and they've been doing this, as I mentioned, this is the 18th year. What do you like about Highland?
There's a lot of things I like about Highland, and especially this weekend, if you do decide to go for Art in the Park, they also have O-Fest going on at the Old Wicks Factory, and it's basically an Oktoberfest. It's the first year that they're doing it. The ladies that came in with the Old Wicks Factory talked a little bit about it a few weeks ago when they were in, and it promises to be, it's all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They've got music, beer, food. They're actually, it's a collab with Schlafly there in Highland.
Oh.
So, there's going to be good beer there and good food. So if you're there in town for Art in the Park, definitely check out O-Fest. That's at the Old Wicks Factory. And then the other thing that I really like about Highland is just the square, the downtown area. You've been there. It's got the fountain and everything. And then there are, different shopping opportunities around there. But me being a foodie, especially a guy with a sweet tooth,
yes,
there are so many. You got the chocolate affair downtown to go to. Yeah. You've got patty cakes, great bakery goods, and cupcakes. And then they just opened a new ice cream shop called City Scoops. So I mean, if you're in Highland and you leave Highland hungry, that is your fault.
Yeah. I went to the art festival years ago, and it really is. It's approachable. It's,
oh, yes.
And you're bound to find something that you like, and it's not going to break the bank. I mean, it hits all of the price points.
Yeah, and it's, really easy. It's at Lindendale Park. It's a very nice park to just walk around. Like Lynette said, it's 30 artists, so it's not like overwhelming, like huge, oh my gosh. It's, like she said, a lot of these artists are very approachable. You can walk up to them and chat with them.
Pick their brain a little bit if you're into that.
For a while. There's one guy that's been at a few of them. I'm not sure if he'll be there again this year. His name's Brady Kesner. I think he's a Highland native, or at least lives there, and he takes beautiful photos, and we've chatted with him for, sometimes like 20 minutes. And I think Christine, one of my coworkers, has one of his pieces hanging up in her house. So, very approachable people, and a great show to go to.
Well, and it's going to be a fantastic weekend.
Yes.
Maybe grab a jacket, because I know temperatures are going to drop like in the 60s on Saturday and Sunday. So it's going to be lots of fun. Somebody says, I love Poppy's Coffee Shop in Highland, Illinois. Have you been there?
Oh, I've not been to Poppy's.
All right, now Andy is making a list. Any other festivals we should know about in the Illinois-South Territory?
I mean, it's the fall, so
it is.
it's
pick a town.
Season.
Ridiculous. One of the cool things I always say is going on right now. It's the first 3 weekends in October in Olney is the White Squirrel Count.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to go volunteer your time and help them count the white squirrels throughout town, people love it. People go from like Indiana and like Iowa just to experience it for the weekend. It's really cool. So that's going on. And then, there are so many other things. Belleville's got their chili cook-off going on this weekend, which is always a big one. Mm-hmm. The list goes on.
Yeah. And you can find it all at ILLINOISouth.org.
Yeah, upper left-hand corner, just click on events. Calendar of events pops up, and literally you can, go to any of them.
And Andy, you are a foodie.
Yep.
So here's the question of the day. When you get to-go food and you bring it home,
yes,
do you take it out of the container and put it on your own plate?
It depends on what kind of food it is.
Yeah. Okay,
Yep.
See, right?
Yeah.
Now, if it's pasta, then yes, I will take it out of the container and I'll put it on a plate. If it's a burger, like from Red Robin, usually I'll just snap the lid off and I'll eat it right out of the container.
Start
there.
digging in.
Yeah. It just depends on what it is.
50-50
Yeah.
around here.
Yeah, Heidi's lazy. She doesn't want to do dishes.
I don't want to do dishes, so I usually just start eating it.
I can't blame you. I've got 3 kids. I don't want to do dishes either.
Yeah.
Yeah, she eats with her hands, so she doesn't dirty a fork.
No. So awful. Andy Waterman, always so much fun. And always so much fun to learn about what's going on right in our own backyard. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.